so I kind of look like crap. Today is November 5th. I just wanted to kind of document our little story about this. Oh my gosh, it's messy in the background. I'm about to clean. But Kyle and I are trying to have baby number 3. Today I took 2 tests, one at 4:30 because I had to pee really bad and Kyle was up. And then I had to take another one. I didn't really look at the results. I just kind of went back to sleep. And then I took another one whenever I woke up again because the first one, barely there, second line, and the other one isn't much better. So here, I'll show you this. I think it's always so weird to show like, okay, so it's it's so gross. It was 4:30 in the morning, okay? So, but you can barely see there's a second line, and it's been like 9 or 10 years, or 9 years since I've been pregnant, because Bentley will be 9 in December. I'm also in my 30s now. I'm no longer a 20-year-old young buck. So, we'll see. I think I'm supposed to start my period next week, so I don't know. So we're just going to document this. I will share more whenever I'm like more comfortable or we know what's going on. I know we get some questions of why would you want to have another baby when the boys are all grown? So even though it's nobody's business, I have no problem sharing that, but not right now. So, okay, easy peasy. It's November 5th. We shall see what happens next time I update you. I'm very excited. I don't know. Maybe this is the reason for all my breakouts right now, but so Kyle is actually working. It's Saturday, November 7th. Kyle is actually working. They have been building sheds at his work. These like huge, big metal sheds. So he actually went in because they had to go get, finish some things. And so he won't be home until around noon. So I'm going to try to do something special. I don't know, something cute. I don't know. So far I have this. I don't even think I've said the words out loud, so I'll probably cry. So I'm gonna try to like just clean, because we're not telling the boys because one of my sons has a big mouth. So we want to kind of just keep it between us since we're older now, and this is probably my last pregnancy. So I'm gonna clean our bedroom because it's a freaking mess. I'm gonna clean our master bedroom and get dressed for the day. So I don't think it's really hit yet. I found out very early. So I think next week is gonna be like my first missed period. So I'm up here.
You don't leave it?
In the closet.
Well, it looks nice in here. Are you serious?
We're going to go to our first appointment. Hopefully all goes well. I'm hoping that we can hear the heartbeat and maybe see the baby. It's so weird to even say that. So I'm just like ready to, I've only told one of my girlfriends and I literally talk to her all day, every day. So I told her and it's just, I'm dying. Like I haven't told my mom. I have a couple close friends, like my best friends I want to tell to. So I'm excited to do that.
All right, let me make sure we can get the pillows up. So this whole thing is your uterus,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the sac, pregnancy sac, and that's the baby.
Okay, so
there.
there's only one.
There's only one. That's what I'm like looking for, to make sure there's nothing else hidden, and I don't see anything else hidden.
Okay.
Dates-wise, you're supposed to be 8 weeks. This is not measuring 8 weeks.
What is it?
It's actually measuring smaller. Looks smaller.
Hopefully this is clear. Hopefully I'm not too dark. Might have to move you around. It is getting to be a weird time of the day, but I wanted to get this done. And I had to do stuff earlier. I'm a very transparent person about like my experiences. And I wanted to share this with you guys because I was wanting to do more videos, but we weren't ready to tell anyone until, of course, we went to the first appointment. And my doctor's office, you didn't get to go until like you were 8 weeks along. So let me back up. So as you can tell from the title of this video, I had a miscarriage. I have my coffee, I have my water, and I have my dog. I don't have any tissues. My makeup's done, so hopefully that kind of reels me in. So Kyle and I were like, I'm gonna try to hopefully insert videos. I'm not embarrassed of the videos. I don't think there is a reason to be, because we were obviously, so my boys are 11 and almost 9 years old. And about when my 9-year-old was about 18 months or 2 years old, kind of the same difference between them, like the two, Kyle and I really wanted another one, have the same age gap. But we decided to wait for babies because we were trying to be responsible. Our house situation was not good. We were just moving back to the States from Japan, and still getting kind of acclimated, or situated. And I'm not from the state, I'm not from Illinois, so I was getting adjusted to that and just a lot of stuff. So we're still young. Like, I just turned 32 earlier this month in January, so I mean, we're still young, and we wanted to do things the right way, and so we waited to have kids. And it's 9 years, almost 9. I mean, yeah, Bentley will be 9, so it'll be whatever. I'm gonna be rambling a lot in this video, so I will do my best to edit out or not. Anyway, so Kyle and I tried to do the right thing and do the most responsible thing and wait until things were better for us before we had another one. And we did. And we started trying in October, and I got pregnant. I'm like, don't know, it's gonna be weird for me to like say this. I did make an Instagram post. If you do follow me on Instagram, I don't post a lot to like my actual Instagram posts, but I post a lot in my stories. So if you wanna follow me there, you can. It's at Brittany Collette, and I'll leave that down below. But obviously we never shared it to anyone. I think I shared it to one of my girlfriends because I talked to her literally all day long, every single day, through Snapchat. So her and I talked to each other all day long. And so like I couldn't not tell her. But I got pregnant, and we were excited. And I called to make my appointment. I felt like I was pregnant. I think I took an early pregnancy test, and it was faint. And then we're like, well, it's early. So we did a later one. I just got the digital ones that, I gotta sneeze. So where was I? So I found I was pregnant. Oh, so I got a digital, and because I was like, I just want to know if I'm pregnant or I'm not pregnant. And I was pregnant, and it was exciting, and I was scared and I was excited. This is something that Kyle and I planned for a really long time, and we're excited. And Kyle's always wanted, 3 kids. And I was just like excited. And it was like our little, we weren't trying to keep a secret, but obviously for these type of things, you wait until your appointments and stuff like that. I set up my appointment, and then I was super anxious at my appointment. Like my blood pressure was through the roof. I don't remember what it was, but it was through the roof. And I was like super anxious. I don't know if my body, I don't know. Because looking back, I was like, oh, I don't feel pregnant. Like, I'm assuming most women are watching this. I was like, my boobs aren't sore anymore. I don't feel pregnant. I never felt pregnant with my second son. Literally the only way that I knew I was pregnant was because I had a growing belly and big boobs. But I just like, my boobs weren't sore. And if you've ever been pregnant, you know, like your boobs are like constantly sore. And I just like didn't feel that way anymore. So I go into the appointment and I'll try, it's on my phone, so I will insert that video. It is kind of awkward because I was expecting to hear a heartbeat. And she said the baby was small. I was at like, because I was 8 weeks at that appointment. I was like 8 weeks in a day. Because I know exactly whenever Kyle and I conceived and everything. The baby was at like 6 weeks whenever I was 8 weeks. She's like, the baby looks small. It looks like you're going to miscarry. Obviously, having 2 previous healthy pregnancies, I was like, I feel like whenever I was in the, like finishing up my appointment, I had to schedule for next, like the following week. So that was a Thursday whenever I had my appointment. And then I had to make an appointment for like the next week. I think it was for like the next Thursday, but I ended up changing. I'm like, I can't wait any longer, so I ended up changing it to a Tuesday. But I ended up like getting out of like, how to explain it? She was nice, but like, I don't know. I didn't get an ultrasound picture or anything. But like there was a baby there. But once I got out, like I just felt like I was like numb to the whole situation that was happening, because I had 2 healthy pregnancies. I felt like I was eating healthy. I do work out, and that was like a fear of like, because I didn't work out with both my sons because I just got scared. I didn't want to lose my baby. And then, so that was like a huge thing that I was like going through, and I still deal with that because I work out mainly from like my mental health, and I won't sleep if I don't work out. And I didn't do anything too crazy. I knew my limits, obviously nothing on my stomach or whatever, but I was worried that, did I do this? Anyway, so I scheduled for the following week, and I called Kyle and I was like, you need to get off work right now. You need to come home. And he came home, and obviously we're super upset. I had to go tell my mom, and he had to tell his mom, because like what was about to happen. We didn't even tell my boys because again, we didn't want to like I didn't want to tell the boys until we had a picture maybe to explain it to them, because I mean, a woman growing a baby, that is insane, and it's hard to, even as a woman, to grasp that. So without a picture or anything, like it would have been hard to like tell my boys, you know what I mean? So I hope that makes sense. But we were just like waiting for this appointment, and like to tell the family, obviously, like most people do. Obviously very upsetting for me to tell my mom, and everyone was like, are you sure you got your dates right? And we were sure, we knew. And in my gut, I knew like what was happening. It's like whenever you think you're okay, but you're not. Hold on. Hopefully I can get through this. So I don't have a lot of friends like where I live. But I'm so lucky that I have like a handful of just like my tribe. Like they were there for me. the couple that I told, obviously there's no words to tell anyone or like say, oh, it'll be okay, because it's not gonna be okay. So I am so thankful for the friends that I have that like helped me get through this. And I'm a very like spiritual person, so people may not believe in it, or people cope however they want to cope. And I had another girlfriend, I've known her since I was like 18 or 19, and we're both Capricorns and we have matching tattoos, and we've always kept in contact. And she's very spiritual, and she's and I were talking, and she was pulling some cards for me, and then some of the cards were just like so touching and like hit me. What her and I spoke about put me at ease, because I knew what was happening. And so I think sometimes, like, though you don't want something to happen, you know it's gonna happen. So she like put me on ease, and I knew it was gonna happen. And her and I had like a really like emotional conversation, and I'm so thankful for that. So, and then like the next morning, because so that was a Saturday, and then the next morning was a Sunday, because I was like cramping, my back was hurting, and I was like, this is what's gonna happen. And then I think it was like 4 or 5 in the morning, I started to miscarry. So if this will trigger you or whatever, because what I might explain might be a little graphic. I started to miscarry, and for me, it wasn't blood everywhere. It was a little bit of barely there spotting, but I could see that I was losing my baby. You see everything. And it was traumatic. Like every time I wiped to go to like the bathroom, I could see me losing the baby, or little things coming out of me, like you could just see everything. So I didn't bleed. I maybe used a panty liner, but I think it was like, so that was Sunday, and then we went to the doctor's office on Tuesday. She and Kyle was able to go with me, thank God. But he was able to come with me, and we saw the baby was gone. She didn't feel the need to do like a D&C. My body was already taking care of everything. I had some lining that my body was still working on. And I paused for a second, trying to like remind myself, but I was so angry that, so they saw, like, so whenever a woman miscarries but doesn't like immediately miscarry, like, so the baby quit growing, or the baby stopped growing at 6 weeks, and I was still pregnant at 8 weeks. So they can call that a silent miscarriage. Basically, the woman's body isn't recognizing that the baby is no longer alive. And I don't know all my wordings, and please excuse me that I don't know all the words. But I was so angry that I'm like, why would my body hold on? Why? Like, I was so angry. Why didn't my body just do this and I could move on? I was so angry that, like, why would my body like hold on to this? Back to the appointment. And I'm sorry if this is jumping all over the place. That's how my brain was. But the baby was no longer there. There was no reason for what happened to the baby. My doctor was basically, you know, sometimes nature takes over, and a lot of time during, you know, I think 10 weeks and under, if something's wrong with the baby or something's not matching up, your body will kind of like do what nature needs to do, and that's how a lot of women have miscarriages. So we had that. Obviously, I was very traumatized again. So that's Tuesday, and I was still only spotting that entire week. I was just spotting, and I was just like, no one tells you that you're gonna see everything. And then, I mean, no one ever talks about that, or at least I haven't seen that anywhere. I was Googling, no, I couldn't see anything. They're like, oh, it's a period. But, and that was one of the most frustrating things, is I couldn't find anything to give me any information. And Kyle and I were Googling what's right, or I don't know what's going on. But then on Sunday, I woke up to just blood everywhere. So for about 3 or 4 hours, I have never bled so much in my life. Kyle and I thought that I need to go to the emergency room. Apparently it's normal now from other people that I've spoken to that have had miscarriages, but that was terrifying. I bled so much. Because obviously you can't wear tampons, but I had pads that I was going through in 20 minutes. It was so scary. And I am not like a wuss whenever it comes to pain. Whenever I have cramps for my period, which is rare, I haven't had bad cramps since I was in like middle or high school, to where like I was throwing up and I had to leave school. I was so bad. But I was having back cramps, and I think this was like a mini labor, I guess, because your body's still trying to get everything out. Again, sorry if this is graphic. Like cramps, my back hurt. I did that for about like 3 or 4 hours. I was on the couch getting up and down, going to the bathroom. Thank God my husband was there. And by like noon that day, I was like exhausted, and like laying on the couch, I could barely move. I was so tired. And then a week after that, I had, that was a period. That's whenever it felt like a period bleeding. And that quit on Christmas Eve. So it was just awful. And to all the women that have had miscarriages, that are trying, that have had miscarriages further than me, I am sending so many hugs. I've always been sensitive to the topic of fertility and everything like that. My stepmom couldn't have babies, and then I have friends, people that struggle with fertility, and it is so hard. And I've also had friends that had to give birth at 6 months. So it is a horrible, horrible thing. And I always knew it was. And we went through it. And the whole time my kids didn't know anything that was going on, because I didn't want to scare them. I'm so appreciative for my husband cooking dinner. He was cleaning, because I just like didn't have the energy to do anything. I just kind of sat, laid in bed, and I was angry. I was sad, because we did everything right. And I'm sure so many people feel this way. No, Rosie. And I was just angry. Because we planned, and we just, it's frustrating. And it was around Christmas, so it was a mess. But it has been about a month since then. I finally got my period today, actually. So that's actually exciting, because they don't tell you that after miscarriages, you don't know, it's gonna be like 4 to 6 weeks plus before you get your period again. And then that means, you know, if you are trying to have babies, you're just racking in your brain, okay, maybe I can try again this time, or da-da-da-da-da. And then, so I could just tell I was doing that, and I was like frustrated. But I will say that, like, because I made a post on Instagram about what happened with us, and whenever I was ready to share, so many people messaged me, and so many people have had losses, and I think it's more common than people. I think it's way more common than I wish more people spoke more about it. I know the conversation is starting to be open, but I was completely lost trying to find any information. What was right? What was wrong? Did I need to go to the ER? Or during a pandemic, it was just awful because I didn't want to go to the urgent care because I was scared I didn't want to come back with anything. I'm so thankful for Rosie and Mick. They were just cuddling me the whole time. My boys had no idea what was going on, and they cuddled with me. They brought me food upstairs, and I had friends, like I said, that I don't have a lot of friends here, that would just randomly text message me and be like, "Are you okay? I'm thinking about you." The women that messaged me on Instagram that I went to school with, or, or I was in the Army with, they shared their experience with me, and it's just, I want to get like in a big group hug and just hug everyone. And it has proved to me like how much I love my husband. I know a lot of times like this can either like bring people together or they argue all the time, but Kyle was amazing. And we have more support than we thought we did, because we were worried that a lot of times you get why do you want to have more kids? Whenever Kyle and I were only 32, and and that's like the normal age, people having their first kid. Kyle and I had kids very young, and we didn't have any money, and we didn't kind of get to like do anything. And then now that we have things mostly figured out, it's harder, and it's frustrating because everything has always been a little bit harder for us, and I'm sure a lot of people feel that way. Just feels like every time like we think we're in a stride that some bullshit happens. But him and I always make it out together with the boys, and I am a true believer of things happen for a reason. None of this has changed my mind on that. I think that this little spirit has solidified, like, because before I was a little nervous about having a third baby, and now I just like definitely like I really want like another baby. I am still scared of having miscarriage or being able to have another one, but again, I have to believe things happen for a reason, and I'm not gonna be like, I'm trying to tell myself and put it to the universe, when we do get pregnant, I don't want to be scared. I still want to be excited, and I hope to share it with everyone. Obviously, I want to go to at least my first appointment before we share with anyone. But Kyle and I are really excited. We really want another baby and to grow our family, and we know Riker and Bentley would be such like amazing big brothers. And it'll happen one day, and I just have to believe that this little spirit taught me so much about love. Love from Kyle, our family, our friends, how much we want one more baby, how welcomed the baby would be, and that we're not that crazy for wanting to start all over since our boys are, yeah. I hope this video isn't too rambly. I think I'm going to take you guys along the journey of baby number 3. Hopefully it's not as rocky as my brain wants to tell me, but we're going to do this. I know there's some others that are doing the same thing. Sorry, this isn't a super happy video, but I wanted to post more videos and then like baby videos or blah, blah, blah. And then didn't happen. And so I was trying to do cleaning videos, but I just had, like, I wanted to clear the air and get this off my chest because I felt like I needed to. I love you guys so much. Again, if you guys have dealt with this, my heart hurts for you. It hurt for me. Just know that all of your emotions are normal. I mean, just like today, I was fine. I was actually excited I got my period. I've never wanted my period so daggone bad, you know? But with having my period, it sucks because I would be like 3 months along. October, November, December. Well, closer to 4. Wait, November, December, January. Yeah, I'd be completely 3 months. So, and that is tough. But we will try again. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. If you watched this long, it's about 30 minutes, and I know it'll be even longer whenever I add other pieces in. But just know, thank you so much for watching, that I love you.